Hi, welcome to Julie Obsesses, where I'm about to make one of my favorite recipes that I have concocted, put together. It's called the Keeper Salsa Recipe. I haven't made regular like canned salsa in about 15 years because I think it's too pepper heavy, too vinegar heavy, and I just don't enjoy the flavor of it. I like my salsa more to be like a restaurant style salsa, kind of fresh tasting, cilantro, not vinegary. So I was following a canning group on Facebook, and it led me to another group on Facebook called Mennonite Girls Can Cook. I never thought Mennonite girls couldn't cook. So anyway, I went to this group and found a salsa recipe that I was like, I can do that, but I think I can make it just a little bit better. And I did. So I used mostly their original ingredients, but I took out the vinegar. And I did research it, and you can replace vinegar with lemon juice or lime juice, but you can't replace lemon juice or lime juice with vinegar. So the acidity level in bottled lemon or lime juice, which I'm going to use lime juice, is higher than that of what vinegar is. So that's why you cannot replace the two. But I did research it and make sure that it was canning safe. So I'm going to go through some of the ingredients that I'm using today. The recipe, I'll have the recipe down in the show notes, not show notes, down in the notes. Anyway, I'm new at this. Go easy on me. We need 10 cups of peeled and chopped and drained tomatoes. My tomato harvest this year has been terrible. So I've just been freezing the tomatoes as they come in bit by bit, and I'm going to use my frozen tomatoes. These tomatoes, there is no task worse than blanching and peeling tomatoes. So when you freeze them, pick them up, run them under some warm water, the peels come right off. It's a win-win situation. I probably don't have enough tomatoes to make 10 cups today, so last year's tomato harvest was a bumper crop, so I will use some crushed tomatoes that I canned up last year. So what type of tomatoes do I use? I usually try to use Amish paste, Roma, your less liquidy type tomatoes, your meatier stew, sauce type of tomatoes, but you can use any tomato. Just know that you might have to cook your salsa down a little bit longer in order to get it the consistency that you like. Next ingredient lineup, we need 8 jalapeno peppers. It seeds in if you want your salsa a little bit hotter. You can also remove the seeds if you want a milder sauce, or milder salsa, excuse me. Next is 3 cups of onions chopped. I forgot to buy onions when I went to the grocery store today, so fortunately I have a whole bunch of little small onions that I have been curing on the back porch from my harvest this year. It's just going to require a little bit more chopping than I wanted to do, but oh well. Next on the lineup, 1 cup of green pepper. I don't have any green peppers. In the past, I've used banana peppers, which I have a few of today. And then I have this, I don't know what kind of pepper this is. It was given to me. The label was like assorted chili peppers. So I planted them. They grew well. They smell great. I don't think they're going to be too spicy, so I'm going to use those instead of green peppers, but feel free to use whatever mild pepper that you like. 3 cloves of garlic. That was just a suggestion, friends. You know you can use as much garlic as you like. Next on the list, a half a cup of cilantro. This is from the grocery store and it's disgusting. I have been hesitant to grow cilantro in the past in my garden because it does tend to bolt in our hot weather. So I think I'm going to try it again because I've been seeing recently how you can just take your bunches of cilantro and clean it, roll it up and freeze it, and then just use it as you would fresh cilantro. So I may be growing cilantro next year. In the meantime, I'm going to really wash this well. It's gross. Next on the list, we've already talked about the lime juice, so I'm going to be using bottled lime juice, which is pH stable. Fresh lime juice is not. This, in order to be bottled, has to be pH stable, so I know that this is safe to use. Cumin and red pepper flake, Kroger brand, I don't really care. And 12 ounces of tomato paste. So that is going to also help thicken up your salsa. Next in the lineup, pickling salt. This box is well loved. I don't use a lot of salt, so it's been around the block with me. So the original recipe called for 3 tablespoons of pickling salt. I did that last year in my first batch, and it was good, but it was just a little too salty for us. And then just a little bit, about 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. So I'm gonna start chopping these ingredients. I don't know if you can hear my dog barking in the background, but he's ready for his walk. So I am going to start chopping, take him for a walk, and we'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So I've chopped up all of my veggies. I'm getting ready to put everything into the pot. I already have in my 2 types of peppers in there, my 8 banana peppers, and I used just a little bit more than a cup of my mystery pepper from the garden. I was a little overzealous when I was prepping them, and I had more, and I'm not wasting anything in a dismal garden year. So a cup and a third probably went in there. So next I had about 8 cups of my frozen tomatoes. I needed 10 cups total. So I opened up one of my pints, which equals 2 cups from last year. So in they go. When I defrosted those peppers, I was able to get a lot of the juice out of them. So that's good. Next in is my lime juice, my onions and my garlic. Every last bit of onion out of there. I'm running out of counter space. About a half cup chopped cilantro. Some people are cilantro lovers, other people are not. And it's not that you're not a cilantro lover, but you have a gene that says that you cannot eat cilantro. It tastes like soap. We are cilantro lovers here. I've never tried this recipe without adding the cilantro, but I'm sure it would be fine if you would like to try it that way. Actually, I probably should try it and save those jars to give to my non-cilantro loving friends so they can also partake in my salsa goodness. Whoops. I need in my 12-ounce can of tomato paste to help thicken up that salsa and give it a good consistency. Nothing worse than watery salsa. Get that all out of here. Okay. And then I have my pickling salt, my brown sugar, my cumin, and my crushed red pepper in here. I went a little low on the crushed red pepper because the mystery peppers felt like they were going to be a little bit more spicy than I was expecting them to. So the brown sugar, don't be afraid of that in your salsa. This is not a sweet salsa. That's just, I mean, this is a huge pot. It's 3 tablespoons. All it's really doing is kind of taking the acidity away from the tomatoes. So in it all goes. Get this container out of here, or this spatula out of here. It's not going to be a good stirring implement. Let me find another implement. It's got something on it. Let's try this one. Okay, so I'm going to turn this on high, bring it up to a boil. I'll give you guys a look at it here before we pause again for a minute. I'm going to go walk the dog while this simmers down. This may simmer for a couple of hours tonight. It may simmer for an hour. Who knows? But after it's done simmering and it's the consistency that I like, I am going to go ahead and water bath can that. And by water bath canning, I'm going to use my steam canner, which is my newest addition to my canning cupboard. If you haven't used a steam canner, you can use a steam canner for anything that you water bath can, which means your high acid vegetables, salsas, not vegetables, sorry, tomatoes, salsas, your fruit, your jellies, jams, those can all be steam bath or steam canned instead of water bath canning. I plan on doing a video on that too, so stay tuned for that. So I will add in a picture at the end of my delicious salsa. But in the meantime, I'm going to give it here. Don't mind my messy kitchen. There we go. Doesn't that just look delicious? It's going to smell great in here. And this will add about 6 more jars to my canning cupboard. I make batches and batches of this. Last year, I think I made 36 jars. We're getting close to running out. Things were getting dangerous in the salsa scenario. My kids want me to quit my job and bottle this salsa. I might be tempted to sell some at a farmer's market if I had a commercial kitchen, but I don't. So, thanks for stopping in. Hope you try my salsa recipe. Check me out at my other socials, and we'll see you soon. Bye.